It's showtime. This is my haul this week, so I'm still trying to use up some of what's in my fridge, freezer, and pantry. So I had some stuff already, so I bought stuff to fill in the gaps. So this is what I got. I'll start off with the coffee. I haven't bought coffee in a while. I was using up some that I had in the fridge. So I bought a fresh bottle of the espresso blend. I like to add this to the Premier protein shakes, and it makes a nice morning coffee, less sugar. I got some sausage. I'm gonna try to use up the red beans that I have and make red beans and rice. So I'm sticking with turkey sausage right now because I'm losing weight and I've been really successful so far this year and last year. So I wanna stay on track. So sticking with the turkey sausage, it's lower in points, it's lower in calories, and it's just kind of helping me stay on track. I've got an onion for that. And bell peppers, I'll probably just use the green and maybe some of the colorful bell peppers. I also have some frozen bell peppers I may use up first, but I got that, all of this to go with the red beans and rice, and then whatever's left over, I'll just freeze. And I think I can throw some celery in there too, like 1 or 2 stalks of celery, and then the rest of this celery will be used for snacking. I also still have some carrots. I never used all the carrots I bought last time. So I've got this roasted red pepper hummus to try. It's a different brand. We're going to give it a try. I liked that it just had like olive oil in it, I think. Or maybe no oils. I don't know, but I liked the ingredients. So we're going to give it a try. Got some avocado. I just haven't had any avocado in a while. I'm going to try to make some fish tacos. So I'm going to use the coleslaw to go with that. So I'm going to put this coleslaw kit together. I've never done that before. I've never used a coleslaw kit. And make that to go with the fish tacos. And I may throw some avocado on there. So that's for the fish tacos. And I have the fish already frozen. I got some berries. I still have some of the oranges left, but I got these berries to kind of have variety. I got some cucumber. I can eat this with the carrots and hummus as well as the celery. So some veggies to go as my snacks. What you doing, baby? And last but not least, I got some lean cuisine because I just sometimes need something quick. I haven't bought these in years. I got the ones with the protein. So I got 3 different varieties, and sometimes I just need a little something to grab quickly to take to work. Last week, I found myself running to Chick-fil-A and getting salads. I got the spicy Southwest salad a couple of times, which isn't bad. It's not a bad choice, but it is high in points. It is high in calories. And if I had something like this, I'd probably choose this instead and take this to work on those days when maybe it's the end of the week and I've kind of eaten through some of my meal preps and I just need something else. So that's what I got, and also to just help me get more protein in. So this is what I got from Fred Meyer this week. Total was about $60 again, more or less, but that's what it is, before tips and fees, of course, with Instacart. But it saves me time to do the Instacart, so I'm gonna stick with that for a while. And I think I spend less money because I'm not picking up random things that I'm like, why did I buy that later on? Right, Smashy. So I'm going to go ahead and put all this away, and then I'll show you how I put it all together during the week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Getting ready to make my red beans and rice. I've got all the ingredients here. So I'm gonna start with the beans. I soaked them overnight so they're nice and ready to boil, come to a boil and soften. So they've doubled in size. This was only half full. They've doubled in size overnight in the water. I've got my sausage. I am gonna use the bell pepper I already had frozen in the freezer. So I'll leave the colorful ones and I'll just chop them and then have them in the freezer for future meals. I've got this onion too that I didn't realize I already had. So I'm going to go ahead and use this onion and chop the other one, or just let it hang out in the fridge till next week when I use it for something else. I'm going to use probably about 1 or 2 stalks of these celery. I always use olive oil and Worcestershire sauce. Seasonings, I've got Tony's Italian seasoning, parsley, and bay leaves. I forgot that I did have this cornbread, which I like to have cornbread with red beans and rice, so I may have to run out and pick up a little carton of milk. I don't have milk, but I do have everything else for it, so I may make some cornbread to go with this. But I've got everything ready to go, so we're gonna get started. Since it's a small onion, smaller than the one that I bought today, I'm gonna go ahead and use this onion that I had frozen, so that'll make it up more like a whole large onion. So what I do is I let it come to a boil. I fill it up with water, let the water boil. It'll boil all the way down. And then when the water is low in the pot, I fill it back up with water. And then I'll either let it boil for a little longer, or if the beans are already starting to be tender, I'll just lower the heat and let it simmer. And then the beans will just continue to cook down till they're nice and tender. You don't want crunchy beans in your red beans and rice. This particular pot of beans had to boil a little longer. I guess I didn't soak them long enough, but sometimes they take longer than others. But eventually I got to the point where I just lowered the heat and let it simmer. And then there we go. We've got some nice red beans. I forgot to film the red beans and rice in the containers once I put it all in containers for the week. But this is what my bowl looked like that night. And that's about what I put in each container. Maybe a little more in the containers to take to go. So this is something we ate all the time as kids growing up in South Louisiana. And it's just kind of like one of those Cajun staples, Creole staples, and never lets me down. I'll always enjoy a good bowl of red beans and rice. I had great intentions of making fish tacos, but I didn't end up making them. My 2 days off got away with me and I never got to it. So I'm going to make chicken salad. For me, chicken salad, I like it to be pretty simple. I've got this pulled chicken that I picked up at Whole Foods one day. Really good. I love their rotisserie chicken. It's so fresh. even like this. And I'm going to go ahead and add mayo, mustard, and Tony's, and that'll be it for me. I don't like celery or relish or anything in my chicken salad. I like it kind of plain and simple. Add Tony's for flavor. But of course, you could add celery, you could add relish, whatever you like in your chicken salad. But I like it kind of simple. And this is how I pack the sandwich. I just put the chicken salad on the bread right there. And I used 3 ounces of chicken, which made a good amount. And then I add a thin slice of Tillamook cheese. That's the Swiss cheese. And then I put the other slice of bread. I've got a nice fat sandwich. I can eat it with chips if I want, because this is a low point sandwich pretty much. The chicken is white meat, so it's not going to add a lot of points. And I use the light mayo. So I'll have the points and calories up before I post the video, but it's a low point sandwich, so you could add a little bag of chips, or you could have it with carrots or celery. I enjoyed having celery prepared for a snack, and I had it with this hummus. This was a new brand of hummus for me. I had never had this Zaka's brand. I'm sure I'm not saying it correctly, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a nice flavor change. I usually like the Hope hummus, which I'll probably go back to that next time, but this was a good change. And the ingredients are also really good in this hummus, really clean ingredients, and you can't go wrong with that. I also made some of my adult Lunchable snacks that I've been making. This time, instead of putting pickles, I put one of my last protein bars. I used the Lara bar. I cut it in half and just put one in each. Just trying to use up some stuff that I have. And the pickle juice was just kind of making a mess after I'd open it and eat it and then take it back home. It was just getting pickle juice everywhere. So I quit the pickles for now until I find a different way to pack them. But as usual, I put an egg in each, some pepperoni slices. I also put the Tillamook cheese slices that I've been enjoying. I do like the string cheese in here as well, and that's lower points, but right now I'm doing the cheese bars and enjoying that. And then, of course, I added the Lara bar. I picked up this nifty little container at, I think, Safeway maybe. It was hanging on one of those rack aisles, like in the middle of the aisle, but it's really convenient to pack the celery and the carrots and the hummus and take to work like that. And then I've got my adult Lunchables, so pretty hearty snack. Amazon order this week. I got one thing. I'm trying not to buy too much and have a whole bunch of junk, and I'm trying to take things to Goodwill too. So, but I did buy this. I'll show you what it is. I got a chopper so that I can chop my vegetables more easily. So it comes with a lot of different options. We can grate. We can chop, dice, slice, julienne, and grate. So lots of options here. So I'll probably try this on, this is my trash food to go to the compost. I'll probably try this on these veggies since I use the frozen ones for my red beans and rice. So I'll go ahead and chop these and then freeze them, and then I'll have backup veggies if I forget to buy. Gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this. It is true that the blades are very sharp, so it can be kind of hard to wash. Be very careful, but all in all, I think it'll make chopping a lot easier for me. And I'm looking for things to help me save time, because a lot of times I don't even get to cook all the things I want to cook because I just don't have time for all the prep work. Next, back to Goodwill. We're gonna get rid of some things. I've loved this sweater. I've used it a lot. I haven't used it in the last couple of years though, just because it's got a lot of cat hair. It's the type of material it is. It's North Face. It's that kind of futuristic material. It just collects cat hair like crazy. So I lint rolled it as much as I could, washed it, dried it, everything. I got most of it off, but I'm going to pass it on to Goodwill. Someone else without cats can get some use out of it. I've got this little cat sweater. I bought this for Splash this winter, but it was too small, so I got her a bigger one. I bought two at the same time. I thought both would fit, but this one didn't fit at all, so I'm gonna go on. I've got a dress right here. I've got some t-shirts, and I think that's really it. Just t-shirts in there that I don't wear anymore. There's a black, oh, these are some pants, some Old Navy pants that I don't wear. Also have cat hair on them. I just can't get ahead of the cat hair. So, gonna make this a little baggie to Goodwill. Every week is my goal to bring a bag to Goodwill. Doesn't have to be a big bag. This little grocery size bag is fine. Haven't been doing it much this year yet, but I've got this one ready to go and I've got another one started. So I'll start going through some more things, trying to part with some things, right? Splash approves.